Hello everyone, KJ4YZI, Eric here, and I can already tell this video is going to piss people off with comments as if I have some ill intention. No, but something's got to be said, and I guess I'll be the one to say it, all right? I've been a ham radio operator for 21 years. You've probably been a ham radio operator longer, that's fine. I'm on a ham radio every day. You probably are too. But what I've found is getting very kind of weird, disturbing. Like, let me give you some examples here. So the first place an amateur radio operator usually goes is they get a handheld, they get their license, and they get on VHF, UHF repeaters. Now, over the course of my travels across Florida every day, there's a lot of repeaters that I go to, a lot of repeaters, networks, statewide networks, and everywhere else. And, you know, I always have something going, HF over here, 11 meter CB over here, and I got my VHF, UHF with D-Star there. And what I've found in 2025, as of today's video, is it's getting very hard to find somebody to communicate to like a human being. Okay, let me give you an example for that. So I'm not sure where this was taught, but I could tell you, you know, I was sponsored by Ham Radio Prep for years. I got a lot of people into ham radio using Ham Radio Prep, and they don't teach you this. I don't know where this is coming from. I'm going to give you an example. So I was talking to somebody today, and I just, you know, usually when I want to start a conversation, I just throw it out there. If it's riding along, you know, repeater's quiet, I'll just grab it, you know, hey, KJ4YZI, Mobile and Stewart, northbound listening, anybody want to run, you know, chat. Well, the guy comes back and he's, you know, hey, gives me a call sign, whatever. Oh yeah, 444-150. This repeater sounds great. I'm like, okay, you know, hey, what's going on today? That's it. Like, talking in riddles, weird, right? Like he had to respond and boast into the microphone, give me his call sign, which was authenticated, and it's got nothing to talk about, right? I got another one here. So today I was talking to somebody, and you know, they came on, and I just threw it out there. You know, again, if you want to talk to somebody, I just threw it out there. Hey, you know, KJ4YZI, northbound 95, just moving along, anybody out there? And this person came back and immediately starts hitting me with, you know, can you please say your call sign phonetically? Okay. And then it's, okay, this is, blah, 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 KJ4YZI, this is, whiskey, something, whatever, okay. You're 5657. QTH is wherever. Then he spells out his city in phonetics, and then goes into, you know, weather and the, you know, current conditions. And okay, back to you. I was like, all right, cool. You know, so what's going on today? Okay, well, we're gonna wrap this up here. I don't want to tie up the repeater 7-3. I'm like, wait. I said, what? Do you want to chat? I mean, you know. And his answer was, I just wanted to respond to you and exchange information and get off the repeater because I was told that once you initiate a conversation, you have to get off the repeater and work on simplex by some other means. Now, that works sometimes when you have a long drag chew and you're tying up the local 6-4 machine over here and you can get on a simplex fine. When he's 300 miles away, I'm not going to be like, well, do you have this? I mean, it was a conversation I wanted to have, just whatever. And he was told he's not allowed to have a conversation. Then I get somebody else that says, you know, they always chime in, right? You'll be talking, legitimate conversation, you know, just keep it short, 5-10 minutes, you know. And he starts yelling out there, y'all need to get each other's phone number. This is not what this repeater is for, okay? That's bullshit right there. What is the repeater for then, right? And I was like, oh, sorry, you know, just call each other, ladies. Like, what? You know, when I got my license in 2003, right, and I had an HTX 202, okay, Radio Shack. I got on a repeater. I mean, there's like, you know, 15 repeaters around me. Back then, there was like 6. Man, I had a time in my life talking on repeaters as a new ham. I would just, you know, bullshit with everybody. Just talk, you know. And now it's almost like people are telling or learning somewhere, they're learning that you can't do that. That a repeater is so that you have this radio in your hand and you could contact somebody if needed. Now listen, amateur radio, ham radio hobby, is a service for search and rescue. It's a service it's one of the very first test question, you know, to promote the phases of radio arts and to assist with threat of human life and property, to that nature, okay? But it's a hobby, guys. They wouldn't sell cool radios where you could send pictures and Bluetooth to your phone and have TNCs where you could, access the radio. They wouldn't do that if it wasn't to have fun. If there's a disaster and that repeater's a busy repeater, you could use that repeater in the event of an emergency situation. It's December 8th, it's cloudy outside, and there ain't a damn hurricane or lightning storm within 500 miles or anywhere from my area, okay? You get what I'm saying? You're allowed to talk on repeaters. If the local repeater club or operator says, do not chat on here, then listen to them. But it's almost like we're getting mechanical or robotic. What happened to the people that just, hey, what's going on, man? It's awesome. Nice to hear you. I think last time we talked, we were on 95. You were going north, I was going south. Cool, man. Hey, I stopped into Buc-ee's last week and got some Carolina Reaper salsa. Have you tried that? Oh, my God. They freak the hell out on repeaters. They'll start yelling, "Dog, what are we talking about salsa? This is ham radio." Who cares? It's ham radio. Why are we making this a systematic exchange of tactical information? Do you understand my friggin' logic here, right? I think a lot of YouTube has done this because I'm not saying all of YouTube, but think about it. People go to YouTube to learn stuff. I'll tell you how it is. Okay, if you're getting on there and if you're shy, fine. That's okay. That is totally okay. I get it. And I will tell you, I condone you talking about the weather on the air because when I do it, people get pissed. Like, oh yeah, weather. Let's always talk about the weather. That's a good gateway into a conversation. Man, it's a beautiful day outside. I don't know where you're at, but current temperature here is 78 degrees. Man, we've had no rain, but it's gloomy. It feels like winter today. Over. And they may say, oh, and people get pissed about that, but that's more of a conversation about the friggin' weather than we've had all week on I-95 last week driving. Just a bunch of, here's the next one that aggravates me. This one really pushes my PTT, okay? Pretend, ready? Let's put our imaginary thinking caps on. Ready? I don't do this. This is KJ4YZI. Can I get a radio check, please? The other guy will come back and say, KJ4YZI, yeah, this is WMLB7, or W7LMLB, whatever. That's good. And then they'll come right back. Oh, thanks for radio check. I was looking for someone to talk to. How are you doing? So what's going on here? Have you ever heard of this? And they're like, man, you just asked for a radio check. It seems that people are using that because they're afraid or they don't know how to start a conversation. That's fine if you don't know how to start a conversation. Stop getting on the radio every day. I hear them on the repeaters. I hear them. They get on every day and they start their conversation with a radio check. And then 2 or 3 people have to come back. Boy, you got to be quick on that key to give him a radio check. It's like when you ask for a radio check, immediately it's like, oh my God, son of a bitch. You're 5'9". Like that's what people do, bro. It's instant. But if you ask for a conversation and say, does anybody want to talk? And this is a scanner, by the way. That's how aggravated I'm getting. That's not even a radio. If you ask for a conversation, you won't get one. You ask for a radio check, you get 5 of them. Then you want to start talking to them. And some of these people are busy doing stuff. They just had the courtesy to grab the mic and get, hey man, you sounded good. Or this is the last one that aggravates me and I'll shut this video off. I mean no harm or foul or intention negatively anywhere on this video. I'm trying to say this think of how anticlimactic this would be if you convince that person to finally take the plunge into ham radio, then to buy a radio, or you buy them a radio, or they win it at the local ham fest. And that's what they hear. I've heard it. I've heard people come into the hobby on the 14660 machine, 14664 machine in Wabasso. They get on, they're excited. And a lot of times on our repeater, we get conversations, but they venture out and they say, I got all this, my ham radio license stuff to hear about the weather or get radio checks. How boring is this? I've never heard from some of those people again. They're gone. A lot of them sold their equipment and moved on. They were promised this fun hobby where you can meet people and talk to them and have conversations. And in an emergency, this might be the only thing that will save your life. Somehow that got scrambled and they were told by somebody, or they learned listening, that this is all they got. You know what I mean? This does not apply to HF, to DX operations, to anything else. I mean, listen, I'm on 11 meters every single day mobile, okay? I'm on 11 meters right here. And I talk all over the United States and the world. And those guys are all hams, mostly hams. And I can sit there and just shoot the breeze with them about anything. There is nobody on 11 meters on sideband asks for a radio check. Nobody says anything other than, hey man, sounded good, bro. What's going on down there in Florida, bro? You know, and I'll talk, and it's just communication. But poo-poo on 11 meters, I'm a ham radio operator. However, I'm going to get on a repeater, ask for a radio check, and then I'll have to get off because we're not allowed to actually communicate with our mouth. You see what I'm saying? So the moral of the story, the last thing that that really aggravates me, if you haven't already unsubscribed, if you click that button right there, if you are subscribed, it'll unsubscribe you, and the thumbs down is right next to it. Because man, this is a side gig, but I should be helping somebody, or somebody should be agreeing with me. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to say, a lot of this is being weirded out lately for new hams. And it's, I mean, when you hear those conversations, guys that don't care about IDing every 10 minutes and ID every 15 minutes, okay, the amateur radio hobby says every 10 minutes, okay? And, you know, during and before and after, whatever, okay. But when you hear those guys that aren't like, oh, for identification, let me announce my call sign. This is Kilo Juliet 4, and over to you, please ID. Like, don't tell him to ID, and don't tell me to ID. And ID how you want, because I'll ID how I want. You know what I mean? But when you see those guys that don't do that, you'll have a conversation all day. You'll just be talking to them about whatever, man. It could be going from Miami Dolphins to how the cheerleaders look in their uniforms to whatever else you've seen over in Fort Myers. I mean, you'll have a conversation. Keep it kid friendly. So here's the last one, and I'll shut this off because most of the people have already tuned out. That's what my analytics says. Nobody ever makes it this far in a video. If you have, comment below, I made it this far. Just for the humor and the sake of knowing who I know there's like 5 people that do. So here's the last thing that aggravates me. When you're on a repeater and you're distant and you try to get on that repeater and they tell you you're in the fringe, you're a little far away, wait till you get closer. Avoid trying to, oh, okay, is this any better? Well, nothing happened. You're in the same place with the same radio. Nothing happened. Well, how about now? Is this better? No, it's not. It's never going to be better because you got 14 feet of block wall and 2,000 tons of concrete under overpass that you're sitting under. It's not going to work. Get into a better area. If you have a extended gain antenna and you pull it out like this and it still doesn't work, then get closer. Don't keep talking because all we hear on the other end is and you're like, dude, it ain't working. So what they're saying on the other end is, oh, okay, well, sorry you couldn't hear me that time. Here, how's this? So what I said was, you're just locking up this repeater with, I mean, that's everybody shuts the radio off. Nobody wants to hear it. So if you're not in range of that repeater, just get a little closer, get a better antenna if you're fixed at the house. But if there's a band opening and you talked to that repeater 400 miles away with a handheld because the band was open, enjoy it while it lasts because the band is going to close. Doesn't mean you're going to have that same conversation the next day unless the band is open to that same spot. Do you understand what I'm saying? All right. That's all. Didn't want to rant. But if you don't like what I said, feel free to tell me on the air, right on the repeater network, because that's going to be more fruitful for that than hearing, can I get a radio check? Thanks. Like, you get a radio check every single day. You don't move every single day. You're on the same radio every single day. You're 5 miles from the repeater every single day. If you want to test your equipment, fine. But I think radio checks all day, every day to start your day. Start your day with a radio check. Like, that's not a way to make a conversation. I'm just saying. You want somebody to tell you? That's how it is. If you haven't subscribed and you like what I'm saying, go ahead and click it. Whatever you want. If you don't, unsubscribe and never watch again. That's basically how it works here on HamRadioConcepts. 7-3, guys.